position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Give to the back. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Smith dropping to pass. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They're going to run it. At the 45, on its way. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the grind.
Right back to the well.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
To the air on second down. A strike downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, LSU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Snap it to the back. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. The Trojans in the hurry-up.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo.
There he goes. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Whitaker. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw again. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Throws to the wideout. Zips it out to his man.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Trojans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. Release to the back. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown USC! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Looking for the tie with the extra point. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Smith wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They'll try the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Smith dropping to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big time break for the offense.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Cincinnati handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times
he'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Under fire. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Frost. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Just a little off. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. LSU quick to the line.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. This offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Smith wants to throw. Bears the pressure. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
They'll give it to the back. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Whitaker. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's got it on the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll go with a direct snap. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Frost. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Calls his own number. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 3rd and goal for the offense. Gets it out fast. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, that was beautiful beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Give to the running back. Crosses the 35. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do.
Free up the gut. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's caught. Wide open spaces. At the 20. Touchdown Tigers. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And you're seeing the aggressiveness by the offensive coordinator on the first play of the second half. They take a shot and score a touchdown. You know they talked about this all halftime. They were just waiting for this opportunity. They knew coming out they were going to get the look they got defensively and take advantage of it, and it comes up big with a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Caught over the middle. It's Whitaker. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Trojans getting set on first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pucks it out of the air. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Rice took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Owls that fired on all cylinders. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play. There he goes. The 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Comes the offense as they get set to take over. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Kamara. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab on the big throw. Finds a seam. Touchdown USC. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. They'll leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Got enough for the first down. Goes to the right, the 20, the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with his back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Unloads it left. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the ball.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down coming up. quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking left. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Trojans. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Purple and Gold's got this running game going right now. And you don't want to get overzealous here, but this is a type of talent that could do what Leonard... Oh, he's got some space. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
On the play. And first down for the offense.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Smith dropping to pass. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's Moore.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Whitaker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Back to throw. It's Kamara. grabbed over the middle. It's Frost. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. They're ripping off chunks of yardage and get it to the 33. He has been open all day, and the key to making him a Trojan legend is to just feed him the ball.
And the key to every USC team is finding the playmakers, giving them the football, giving them a chance. If they're covered, they're open. If it's man, they're open. If it's zone, they're open. Feed those star wide receivers.
Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Wants to keep it in the air. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. They'll try the right side. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Smith wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. The tag. Touchdown LSU. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they
breaks into the open. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. First down here for the offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He fires to the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They want to run this quarterback. Turning it on. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened. And that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football and spin.
Pulls it in down the sideline. It's a seam wide open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. East Carolina rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Greenville. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but there he goes. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Floating away. He wants a big play here late. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. To the air on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Quarterback alone in the backfield, 5 wide on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. There he slid, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown LSU! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Got his man downfield. And that is how we will wrap this one up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.